Right, so game 2, by the looks of things, also on 16-bit. Again, PapaFrankZz playing Zerg, Isildur playing Protoss. Have I just loaded up the same game? I don't know. Let's hope not. Let's do that. Let's do that and see what's happening. Weirdly, neither of these players are building workers. I don't really know what's going on here. PapaFrankZz has sent a worker out of his base. Has now started work. What even is going on? I don't know what these players are doing, to be honest. This guy, it looks like it's going to be. Why am I looking over there? Looks like this guy is going to go for some sort of ninja, possibly looking to get away with hiding a base up in the top left here that Isildur isn't going to notice. You know, in the last game I didn't see a huge amount of scouting going on from either player. So I think, oh my gosh, he's going for it. Oh my, no, what is this? What is about to happen here? He's got enough money for a hatchery. Is he going to like just try and relocate up here in the hope that the Protoss doesn't find him? I don't really know what I'm watching. He no longer has enough for a hatchery because he's built an overlord. So now his workers are just here for a laugh. Just, what am I watching, please? Somebody? Anybody? What am I watching? What is this? No one knows. This is some sort of shambles, isn't it? There are rafter workers just parked over here for no good reason. PapaFrankZz has apparently just lost the will to live. Just sent workers to. Maybe he's actually lost the plot completely. It is possible that even StarCraft can do that to a person. Just like 30 seconds into the game, just like, you know, take your pants off, put them on your head, stick a pencil in your ear, and just sit whistling while you send workers about the map randomly. No one knows what's happening here. Is deciding to scout with an overlord though. I don't know what you're going to do with the information that you get. You can't build any units because you've got no money. I don't know. I don't even. How do you cast this? You know what I mean? How does a person cast this game? It's just weird. I don't even know what's happening. So had Isildur scouted at all, had he sent a probe into his opponent's base, he'd have seen this, and at that point you would go, right, let's not bother with the Twilight Council and the tech or anything. Let's just march across the map and win. You know, with a zealot, because that's all it's going to take. But you would be curious about where the rest of the workers are. Of all the ideas you might have, you definitely wouldn't expect this one, would you? That those are probably just parked over in the top left, literally doing nothing for a couple of minutes. That's not what I would be expecting. I'm a little bit terrified that this game somehow lasts for 17 minutes, and with that in mind, we're going to watch it at a slightly higher speed than normal, because I can feel parts of my soul seeping out of me watching this. So Isildur is planning something. The Templar Archives is coming down, and a robo. So I'd love to see a storm drop. Unfortunately, there's no workers here to storm. So you know, you won't get that absolutely juicy sort of Templar with 15 kills or something. Right, these guys, these are going over there as well. God knows why. I mean, you've moved them from a base where they were perfectly happy mining to another base where they're mining. So the spawning pool goes down at 4.5 minutes. I mean, if that doesn't work, I don't know what will. Yeah, there's some stuff happening here. There is a Templar, look, he's chilling. Storm is being researched. There is a warp prison. So, you know, sounds are good, but I'd love to see some scouting here. I mean, neither of these players has the first idea. That's PapaFrankZz vision. That's the extent of his vision. He knows that his opponent doesn't have an expo here, so he is finally going to wander in here. He sees nothing. He's like a zealot on the ramp and turns around. That's not exactly a wealth of information. From Isildur's point of view, he knows nothing. For all he knows, his opponent could be on 4 bases, could have like creep out to here, literally just be going ham. But you know, there could be like flock of 15 mutants about to arrive in this base, he wouldn't have a notion about it, but let's not worry about that, because this warp prism is going to swing around the edge of the map and is hopefully going to fly into the Zerg base and drop storms everywhere. Those are the stormers. They are ready to go. I don't know why he's unloaded them there. Maybe he hadn't hotkeyed them. You can't hotkey them while they're in the warp prism, but you can hotkey them before they go into the warp prism, and that, you know, they'll keep that hotkey. And if you are doing a storm drop, that is very much the way to do it. Have your Templars hotkeyed, so you can fly in with the warp prism. You can tap D, click the warp prism. The Templars will drop out. You hit your hotkey, you hit T, you drop the storms everywhere. You right-click the prism and you get out of there. Okay, an actual storm drop. Beautiful. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? Just such a shame there was only the tiny number of workers there to do it. So wasn't the most rapid fire storm drop I've ever seen, but you know, very successful. 7 workers killed, no units lost. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. This prism is not just going to fly about the place with its Templars. And bear in mind, these Templars that are in here, these guys will continue to recharge their energy while they're flying about in the prism. So that's all good. PapaFrankZz, meanwhile, is researching lair, is building some crawlers. Isildur is so pleased with his storm drop that he's decided he's not going to build anything else. He's just going to morph in this Archon to polish this off. Maybe he thinks that that's it. Maybe he thinks my storm drop was so good. You know, maybe he suspects that it had been at marked PapaFrankZz hadn't even built a spawning pool, and the irony is he's not far wrong. You know, it was 4.5 minutes before that pool appeared. So this Archon is just going to work out on the hatchery here, like yeah. Look at him go, like the occasional double punch. He's just having it, isn't he? Like he's loving life there. Bam, bam, bam. PapaFrankZz is going to be careful with these workers popping out. If you know, judging by the direction they went in, you would suspect that indeed someone was being sneaky. So there's an Immortal and there's a couple of an Immortal, a Zealot, and a Templar. An Immortal, a Zealot, and a Templar walk into a bar. Let's see what happens here. So he finds this base over here. The Templar comes out. There's the storm. Slaps a bunch of these. Gets back into the warp prism and does one. Very nice. Over here there's an Archon with 15 dribbles. Archons do well against things like Lynx. Now there's an awful lot of spine crawlers here. You know, and Archons are good, but there are not this many spine crawlers good. However, you've got a warp prism. If you drop the Archon in here, you know, the Lynx can't get a surround on it. It can just pick off workers for ages. And then when you're ready, you can just lift it back up with, you know, when the Lynx start to chip away its shape, you can lift it back up. Fleet Beacon is done. There's a couple of void rays here, but now that the Fleet Beacon is done, I expect to see a carrier or two, or possibly Tempest too. So unloads over here. That was almost a beautiful hot pickup with the Immortal, but didn't quite get it up in time. Did manage to save the Templar though, and that's important. So yeah, what a bizarre and strange game. Hydralisks being built. You know, I'm bothered by this game because PapaFrankZz, if you were going to build Hydralisks and stuff, you know, had you just simply built this stuff at home, you'd have had this much stuff like 7 or 8 minutes ago, and you know, 7 or 8 minutes ago Isildur had nothing. You could have just won the game, but that's not what you've done. Anywho, so this base is still alive. I think Isildur knows about all of the bases though. I think, does he? Maybe. Where are you, Isildur? Do you know about all these bases? Well, he doesn't know about this one that's building, but he knows about the rest. These are some carriers. They're coming out to join the party. You know, army value is probably overwhelmingly in favour of the Protoss. Resource collection rate and that sort of thing is overwhelmingly in favour of the Protoss. So this is there's a pretty weird chat going on here. I fear the Golden Armada is about to dominate. So Spine Crawler is going down, but he's just told you it's the Golden Armada. It is air, so Spore Crawlers are probably what you're after. Hydras are really good. I don't think the upgrades have. Nah, why would you bother? You know, Hydras are great units generally. Their DPS is extremely high. So you can focus on carriers pretty quickly with Hydras, but this is an enormous Protoss death ball, really. So this is simply going to crush through everything. You know, it will take substantial losses, I think, but ultimately it will see everything go wrong. Oh, the storms go down as well. It's nice to see it here. Jesus, indeed. Do you know what? That's exactly what I was thinking at the 3-minute mark, and again at the 4-minute mark, arguably at the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11-minute mark too. But here we are. So that's that list dealt with. Oh, don't do it, please. You know, the workers are running about the place. Isildur needs to split these units up, as always. If somebody's, you know, getting salty and running about the map and giving you the run around, they're doing that when they no longer have any sort of army. So what you do is you split your units up and you send them out, but no need. PapaFrankZz has seen the light, and GG. So it's 2-0 Isildur, and that puts him through to the next round, where I believe he goes up against Katie. Yeah, so hopefully I'll have that match to cast for you soon as well. GG.